There's a TikTok couple on the internet, I'm sure you guys have heard of TikTok. Who heard about that story of that married couple who took a pregnancy test? And you keep pregnancy tests. They're sometimes not always legit, just so you know. I hope you understand, sometimes they come out illegit, those test results. They took a test and found out, apparently, quote unquote, that their baby is coming out as Down syndrome. And so what happened? They decided to abort the baby before he was even born.
By their decision. After the YouTuber, known online as McJuggerNuggets, shared that he and his wife made the difficult decision to terminate their pregnancy due to the fetus testing positive for trisomy 21, the chromosomal condition that causes Down syndrome, he's now addressing the backlash. Jesse writes on his Instagram story, "I've never seen such hate and vitriol for two people grieving the loss of their unborn child and making an impossible decision. Many of the people throwing stones don't even have children, let alone one with a condition, and most likely will never do the things they say they're going to do." Ridgway confirmed June 3rd that he and his wife, whom he wed in October, decided to terminate their pregnancy 2 months after their fetus tested positive for trisomy 21.
There's the Down syndrome chance for the baby, but it's like 95 out of 100% chance.
Yeah, and I think he knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to mention their names tonight. Yeah, and guess what? They announced it on TikTok live. And guess what? They thought they were going to get praise out of it. And guess what they found out? People are sending them death threats now.
Flash on this post has not been kind to the Ridgways. Many commenters calling out Jesse's statement on grieving the loss of his unborn child, and even reposting Jesse's old posts when he was excited to be a father, while others stated that Jesse's action may have added more fuel to the fire within the pro-life movement.
Turned the way it did, I because I have to upload everything, I throw in the editor, and I'm just like, is this going to be a net positive or net negative? And I feel uncomfortable. She's bawling, we're emotional, it's so vulnerable. And then I thought that people aren't showing this ever because it's so hard and you open yourself up to the bad. But I feel like the world is almost lacking in that vulnerability with the death threats and everything. It has been shocking. Close people to us, very judgmental, religious base, saying we're going to burn in hell. We deserve to die.
I don't deserve to be a mother because of, the decision that we just made.
Yeah, we had a gate installed. I have a gun next to my nightstand because it's been getting so ridiculous. And they've been coming to emails, DMs, you name it. It's been, we've seen the darkest side of humanity through this.
Now, I am not encouraging violence. I would never encourage you guys to go out there and do something like that, evil. I would not do that. But what did you really think that you were going to go live on TikTok announcing that you committed an abortion on a quote-unquote potential Down syndrome baby, which you can't say for sure that test is even legit? Did you think people were going to be happy? Did you really think people were going to give you a pat on the back? No. It's so bad that the father, he was potentially the father, not anymore because they killed the baby. He says he has to sleep at night with a gun in his pillow because people send him death threats. And I think that's a terrible thing that people would want to go out of their way to do such a thing. But let me tell you something. What do you expect? You killed your own child. No one is going to give you a pat on the back for that. I brought that up because these are the last days. People don't have compassion. People that commit abortion have no compassion.
And then it's taken on a life of its own outside of our bubble.
And I feel like sharing what we have, thus far is something I will never regret. I don't regret, sharing our truth and our journey to starting a family.
They want to play the victim card after facing attacks from the audience. You don't play the victim card when you do evil. I'm all for it, protecting their lives, I think what they did was evil. I don't encourage violence. I will say that again. That's my disclaimer tonight. But You can't play the victim card. You did something immoral. It's crazy the world we live in. Every child deserves a birthday, amen? I always say that every child deserves a birthday.